Good morning, horticulturalists. I was thinking recently that one way you can tell whether a game is good or not, obviously, is how many people play it, but how far into the game they play it. I'm sure that you've seen your Steam stats and seen games that, or seen your Steam achievements, like you get an achievement and like it tells you how many people got that achievement. Some games, you can look at them and like one of the very first achievements you get in the game, like finish the tutorial, and you see like 80% of the people have got that achievement. So like 80% of the people have, that means like 20% of the people never even bothered to finish the tutorial, which seems weird to me. So we're looking for Kentmere Eye, and I was thinking about this thing. Oh, in relation to what I was thinking about, when I was playing this game, when we unlocked this thing the other day, we've been playing about 3 or 4 hours. And 60-something% of the players have gotten this far, which I think is good. It doesn't sound like much, but it actually is pretty good from my experiences. People are getting that far into the game. Because we live in a world where people buy the games and they never play them, and I'm certainly guilty of that. I was thinking about this thing, I was thinking about Kentmere Eye, and while I was offline, I was looking at things in the game so you wouldn't have to watch me struggle for so long. And I saw that we have an eye here. On this thing, we have a sun, a moon, a raven, or a crow. Stag is probably what it'll call it. We're going to go to Kentmere, and we're going to put this, see, it fits right over Kentmere. And so there's, now do I need to put it directly over it or whatever? So let's go to the square. And so Kentmere is technically there. So if we go to the eye, it's right here. But if I put it right there, I guess it's still in kind of the same area. We have to be careful. So is it this one? Nothing here. And so maybe we weren't right on it. Or maybe I wasn't even looking at the eye. I wasn't paying attention that carefully. And so we'll try that again and just, that was the eye, right? There is no more than one eye. Okay, we'll try that again in just a second. Let's see who our next costumer is. Ooh, unknown. My mind is clouded. Dark. I see it, and it sees me. All of me. Elderphinium is the answer. It must be. I will not forget those who helped me, horticulturist. And we just found Elderphinium. Was it this one? Let's double check. That was one where we had to use one of our other clues to find it. It is, the petals of this flower can be brewed that causes the blood slowly turn black, eventually resulting. It sees me, so does she want, or it says she wants Elderphinium. Okay, so I thought maybe she wouldn't want Elderphinium. I thought maybe she would want the antidote to Elderphinium, but maybe that's not it. Purple flowers with a gentle scent. I don't think that intoxicating scent, similar to Solomon's Scepter. And that says gentle scent, so I don't think that's it. I'm pretty sure we found Elderphinium recently, didn't we? Purple flowers, surprisingly sharp edges. That's not it. I definitely remember seeing that one. Rather unpleasant scent. Intoxicating scent, so it's not it. Let's move it down here. I thought we just found Elderphinium recently. Alright, so this says gentle scent, so that's not it. Moving down here. Unpleasant scent, that's not it. I need to keep track of which ones I've moved down here. I'm terrible at that, aren't I? So, sweet scent like strawberries dipped in honey. That has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pestles on it. Now we're pretty far away from our next rising dread, so we're not too worried about it. Delicate scent. Dark purple flowers. Okay, so we're looking for something that has a good scent, and I'm not seeing anything that we haven't already done, unless the plant got moved down here, which sometimes they do. Or have we already identified Elderphinium? No, because it doesn't have a check mark underneath of it. Right, yeah, if it has a check mark underneath of it, that means we've already identified it. Idented it. Similar to Solomon's Scepter, and it has that kind of bulb thing on it. It's not that, obviously, and it's not one of our mushrooms. Not one of the mushrooms. I was looking at people, how people said they've arranged their plants, and they said they put them in alphabetical order, and it's like, who are these people? Who has the time to go through and put all these things in alphabetical order? Did we look at this one? soft pale blue flower. So I'm guessing Elderphinium is probably going to be what we find if we ever get this thinking clue. So let's go back to Kentmere. Put directly on Kentmere. So it wasn't that one. I put it directly on Kentmere. But where is Kentmere? Okay, so there's Kentmere. I guess I should have kept track of which ones we clicked on. I'm pretty sure we clicked on this one. If I put it right in the middle. But this one? From Kentmere, I followed the bearing of the eye and end up in a small forest north of Kindle. The woods are thick with briar and brambles, but amongst the tangled undergrowth, a type of flower is flourishing. Flowers flourishing. And so, new plant acquired. So it had these purple berries, thin leaves, and small purple-red berries. Okay, well, we still don't have anything that looks like Elderphinium. Let's bring our book back up again so we can be estimated. This woman, we don't know who she is. Unknown. People understand her. Mind is clouded and dark. The Elderphinium looks like has petals. It has 1, 2, 3, so it has a bulb. Petal and a bulb. This plant does not have a bulb. These plants do not have bulbs either. I don't see anything that really even looks close to it. We know this is not Worryless. This plant does not have a bulb. And those do not have any pestles on them whatsoever. Can't do that. Not pestles, pistils, whatever they call them. So it's not a henchuck. The bulb is quite firm and turquoise in color. The orange fruits have no noticeable color. So that has... Alright, so nothing there. No pistils whatsoever. Same thing for this one. Purple flowers, but those don't look anything like that. There's no leaves coming off of it. There's... Oh, wait a minute. Strong sweet aroma. Okay, see, we had a tag on it, but it was the wrong one. Strong sweet aroma has all this nonsense coming off it. So we're pretty sure that one was Elderphinium. So let's see. Yes, that was Elderphinium. Alright, so we need to go and change that label. We got a new book, Larkshine, Leucurus halcyonis. Oh, and for what you might have heard me talk about one of the other ones, these are not real plants. Okay. Which I didn't think they would be, because the book is named Voynich in Voynich, the Voynich manuscript. Like I told you to go look back in episode 1. If you haven't, do it now. Everything in the Voynich manuscript was made up. Larkshine is a plant with a powerful defense mechanism. It releases stinging barbs triggered by a light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days. Sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. Okay, spiny pods. We don't really need to know. So we know this was definitely Elderphinium now. So we need our labels. So label me, man. Switch you to that. And you'll go down here. Hope there's nobody that's like obsessed with organizing stuff that's like freaking out, man, watching me do this stuff. Alright, so we found, alright, so we've still got, alright, so Kentmere Eye was taken care of. We still have no idea what this is for. Alright, so our little, we know that these, still have these, but we haven't been getting any hints about these yet. So let's pet our dear cat, Elgato. We just click on him or do we have to stroke him? Anyway, still scared of him. Grace Enright. She's not one of our main characters because she didn't have one of these things here. My mom was into horticulture. I found this among her things. Golden light. That's a plant, right? I'm not sure what long meg could mean, though. Golden light, long meg. Is that another plant? Anyway, I thought you should have it just in case it's any help. You're just going to drop off a plant? He loved this shop. Well, who wouldn't? Golden light. Start at Long Meg, South 3, East 2. So Long Meg. Alright, good. We get to do some more map exploration. I actually like this part of the game, even though it's very frustrating. Long Meg. Start at Long Meg, South 3, East 2. So we're looking for something Long Meg. Here's a nice little clue. I'm sure we're not going to be able to figure out. So Lake Undermere, so start at. So we're looking for a place to start. So south 3, east 2, so we know at least north 3, west 2. At least definitely not going to be down here. A Long Meg. Start at Long Meg. There's Eaglehead. That's not it. Lowwood, Wastwater, Centillium, Red Pike, Great Gables, Scarfell Pike. Egremont. No, that's not it. Long Meg. Hawkshead, Bowfell, Hardknot, Hawkshild, Lake Undermere, Undermere. Torva. Meethop, Whitbarrow, Underbarrow, Lende, Umberside, the Daughters, Tarn, Craig, T-Bay. Alright, so start at Long Meg. Alright, so we don't have anything here for that, right? Tomb of the Hunter. Great Oak isn't the Long Meg. Elderphinium was down there. Yeah, I should remember. So we don't play for a couple of days. You forget things. Golden Light. Start at Long Meg. Anything with Meg. Could be M-E-G, but no, it's not written like that. Long Meg. Crinkle Crags, Dungeon Gale. Long Meg. Could Meg be a... I don't know. Interesting. Boodle? Is that Boodle? Is that the name of the town? Boodle? I live in Boodle. Great Gable, Long Meg. Could that be a anagram? Is that the right word? Anagram? Is that the dungeon? Fairfield Peak, Ambleside, Hawkshead. That doesn't have a name. Like Undermere, Grisdale Forest, River Leven, Head Tower, River Winster, River Leven, River Crike, Coniston, Lake Undermere, Ambleside, M-E-G. Start Long Meg. Well, we have M-E-G. Longitude, M-E-G. That doesn't make any sense. Longitude would be up and down. Start at longitude, M-E-G. Alright, so south. Alright, so let's keep looking over here real quick. The Daughters. The Daughters of the Stone Circle. Tebe, Sedgil. I'm just doing this. I'm sorry you have to watch this, but I don't want you just seeing me. So, start at Long Meg, south 3, east 2. So it doesn't make any sense to go M-E-G. South 3, 1, 2, 3, east 2. That would put us right in the middle of the water anyway. Long Meg. I don't think it has anything to do with this, but these are M's. But we can't go to M-E-G along here. Right, unless it's M3. East would be that way. So that would be the closest to ME. Would be like that. But MEG would be way over there if there's anything. And then anyway, south 3 and east 2, that still would put us off the thing. So longitude Meg 2. So maybe we'll find another clue to this one. Long Meg. Alright, let's keep going. I'm not going to use the hint just yet, because I don't want you to have to sit there and watch me study the map forever. Let's see what this person says. And wood, help me. The amulet. I can't remove it and it's drawing the life from me. I need long Verecund. Uh-oh. Well, she does have an amulet on her, doesn't her? Doesn't her? She does have an amulet, doesn't her? Long Verecund. Guessing it's going to be long. Sometimes called Witch's Remedy. The long Verecund is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in long pairs along the stem. It says small leaves and pairs along the delicate flowers have light purple turning pink at the end. Now it doesn't have any flowers, but it does have small leaves growing along the stem. They grow in pairs. And it is long. The only one we still have that's even quite like that. So I'm gonna move you over here. And so where to go? Long, was this it? Alright, so let's give it a shot. Alright, that was it. Alright, another one. I can feel it working. Thank you. Yes, that's what I do around here, lady. Alright, let's get this labeled. Get down there, get labeled. Long Verecund. Definitively long Verecund. So out to the end you go, my friend. Down here with a pile of other ones. I got my mushrooms down there just because I don't like mushrooms. Alright, okay. I don't get a reward for her, but I do get a book entry. For Cauldry, Acutus Major. The uses of Cauldry are not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic. But this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. Those who worship the huntress, Arduina, place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Now we do have a Tome of the Hunter, but I believe we already went there. And so these. I'm gonna move these down a little bit, just get them out of the way. So this is all, everything that has not been positively identified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 things still to go. Long Meg. Wait a minute, is there anything on here? You see a Long Meg on there? No. Start at Long Meg. Oh. Nothing on there. Okay. Start at Long Meg, South 3, East 2. Alright, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get another clue about it soon. Pet the cat. Hellebore. Amos Duncan. It's good to see you, my young friend. I've been on the road so long I start to wonder if you were still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. I'm back in town for a few days, though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. I found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. I almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. Who is this fellow? Amos Duncan. He was our last in the cast of characters. Amos is well acquainted with strange horticulture and enjoys drawing the plants within. He spends most of his time outdoors, where he occasionally comes across unusual-looking plants in untrodden places. He collects sketches in his field book, but not the plants themselves, preferring to leave that to others with more expert knowledge. Yeah, so he's the one that's been sending us these letters. Just collect all these notes he's sending us. Okay, so here we go. So now we've got... So now is it just a matter... So this is the order he gave them to us in. This is the first one we got. So now we just need to know what order these things go in, right? We put this like this. Okay, so there's that. I don't know if the order that they appeared to us, I don't want to mix them all up, that's for sure. Another one of those flowers. And then this. And this was the first one we've given it to us. So maybe I need to move it down one. I don't know. I'm just going to see. We do that and nothing happens, but we can definitely see that there's... So now do we want to move everything down one? Okay, so let's move this down here. This down here. This to this. And this. The 6-pointer. And this was the first one we got. It was right there. It's still unlocked to nothing. So we have the symbols. I hate to move them because does it matter what order he gave them to us in? They don't seem to have anything writing on them. Now alright, they all have a different number of flowers, right? This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that matter? So 2 and then 3 symbols was this one. And then 4. 5. And that one's already got the 6 on it. Unless this one was supposed to be the upside down one. Nope, nothing's changed there. Start at long meg. Alright, so I don't see anything. So there's nothing there, right? Just to double check, I've went over this. These do glow, indicating that they are important. Put the labels away. Do any of our plants have anything magical on them? I never even thought about to look at that. Doesn't appear to. Nothing else has got magic on it. Hellbore is not magical, oddly enough. Alright, so if we need the flower, we'll get the, it'll tell us. I'm gonna go ahead and put these down here. Just this is the order that they were. Wait a minute, do they fit together? Aha! Does that look like it fits together like right there? Now, honestly, if this is it, I'm going to be so surprised because this is not the type of thing that I am normally good at figuring out. Right there. Does that go there? Does it go there? I think it goes there. Kinda. Let's try this combination then. Everything has a purpose. If you're going to have a good puzzle game, I'm thinking that's going to be something we need to be aware of, or something you need to keep in mind. If you have something in the game, everything in the game needs to be there for a reason. Aha! I did it, I did it, I did it. I'm so happy, I'm so proud of myself. Sorry, so what is this? We got a coin for Gosforth. We got Robert Barrow's Medical Herbology, Black Hall Road, and Kindle. We got another letter. Briar's Disc, often called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded messages. The location of cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size with the same symbols etched around its edge and a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disc over some named point on the map nearby and note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. Okay, so that was that thing, the Briar's Disc. I'm going to go ahead and put that over here in letters, even though I think we've already figured that out. Devil's Night Trap. This plant is colloquially known as a corpse's friend. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow, agonizing death. The plant will grow out of the body once deceased. It is a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Alright, so that's obviously going to be an important one. In Trimblehoff. Caritas pretensis. The Trimblehoff is traditionally used as a decoration at weddings and is thought to strengthen relationships. The cross-section of the small cup-like flowers. They generally point downwards to avoid filling with water and to allow easy access for pollinating insects. Alright, so that was a hidden drawer. And so we've got this coin for Gosforth. I think we can put these away now. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I wonder if we'll get another one of those. If is that the only one that we had? Robert Barrels and Black Hole Roll and Kindle. Let's just make sure that there's nothing else here. Alright, so let's go to in Kindle. Let's see if we can go to Kindle. Again, it would be nice to be able to search here. The Briar's Disc, I don't think we need to worry about. So there's Kindle. I find the medicinal herbology shop off Black Hall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter. Robert Barrows, presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. It turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi, and I have just the thing for him. I hope I do, anyway. Okay, so it's one of these funguses. We can finally get one of these labeled. So Copper Caledonium. Oops, wrong book. Copper Caledonium. Red patches growing on the type of fungus themselves. So we have one of these that has the red patches. And not part of the plant. I wonder if that's going to be... Okay, so these all have some sort of red patches on them. Viscous white liquid. I thought we already identified that one. Mushroom like red warts growing on it. So that says red warts growing on us. What does this say? Wandering blue, not as spongy as most mushrooms. Red warts protrude from the caps. So that says protrude. And this says they're growing on it. Seeing growing on it. Red warts growing on it. Alright, I'm gonna guess. And plus it has this little collar coming down from it. And this doesn't have the collar from it. So let's go see if this is it. And I guessed it even before. Now we got 3 new plants. Jumping cats. Can I move down here before I accept them? No. Just gonna dump them all right here in the middle. New plants acquired. Some very unusual ones indeed. Okay, so let's drop this off. It goes in the old archive. So we got 3 new plants that need to be identified. I'm gonna move these new ones all the way down here to the end. I'm going to swap places with some of these that we've already identified and move them down here. This is a big one, isn't it? Distinctive smell that reminds me of old books. Oh great, it just dumped it all the way back where we picked it up from, didn't it? It'd be nice if we could pick up more than 1 flower at a time. That would be interesting too. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be interesting. It'd be helpful. Let's move Meek Dew all the way down here. It's one of our earliest plants that we picked up. Pick up this one. Overpoweringly sickly sweet plant. Seem to remember that from the book somewhere. Move all Claverium down here. Probably should have done this the other way around, but it's too late. It's too late for you, dear friends. There's no escape. Move Winter Boar down here. And then let's move. We've got 2 mushrooms we haven't identified yet. So we've only got 2 unidentified plants at the moment. I mean, 2. Ugh. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm saying. 2 unidentified mushrooms. Fungi, if you want to call them. But there. I'm going to move some more of these down here just to give ourselves some more room. Because I'm sure we're going to need it soon. Just getting full of plants. Guess that's what the game's about, though. You wouldn't want to spend 20 bucks on a game about plants when there's only 3 plants in it. Just think of all the work that went into just coming up with these different plants. When you think about game design, you think about all the things that go into designing a game. One of the things you don't think about is the lore and the backstory. And if you look here, we've got, I don't know how many plants we've got, but how long do you think it would have taken someone just to go through, create the artwork for each plant so that each plant is distinct in some way, so it can be identified from the other plants, and then come up with a little bit of lore, a fake Latin name. I mean, you're talking a few days, maybe a few weeks work when you consider the artwork, just to create the plants. That's not to create the actual gameplay loop, all this other stuff. Game dev can be quite difficult, I would imagine. All right, let's go, and I think we're at a good stopping point actually, but I don't want to. So let's do one more customer. Simone Green. I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. I found out about clearing the nook off in the east wing. What do you know? Simone loves book and reading. She's the librarian. Is she one of our main characters? Yeah. And began the overwhelming task of rearranging the library at Ambleside. Her new system works, but it will take years to catalog every book, scroll, pamphlet, and diary. In the meantime, every day yields new discoveries, buried fragments of ancient knowledge, resurfacing to the light like arrowheads to archaeologists. So she's been with us before. Let's collect this letter. Balok's elixir, made from crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants. Balok's elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Balok's and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Oh my goodness, I've done that before. Some extra powerful cough medicine, staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. We've all been there. And we're at the end of the day, so it seems like a good point to end, and you can go stew on what Balok's elixir will mean. Does this mean we're about ready to get a new game mechanic where we make elixirs? I don't know, friends. You'll have to wait to find out in the next episode. See you soon.